Back at it bright and early this morning. It's going to be a busy day. I've got to finish spreading this last load of stone out. Kind of get this graded out in front of the building. Whatever's left, I'm just going to do a little driveway up this way to access it. Eventually, once all this is done, this will be graded out and probably some more rock put down. But for right now, they just wanted access right here where it's not just a big muddy mess in front of the building. So I've got to finish this up, load skid steer up, go over to the dump site where we were at yesterday, cut a road in there so trucks can get back to where we got to dump with the skid steer, and then go back over there to the animal hospital, start getting grade cut on that, load trucks. Yeah, gonna be a busy day today. And I got this knocked out real quick this morning. Got a little driveway coming in right here. Once I get all this cleaned up, I'll probably grade that out later on. And this spread out along the front side of the building, so it kind of gives them a nice little working area and able to drive up here and not be in the mud in front of the building here. Probably end up doing once everything's done, a road all the way up there to the main road, so they have a good solid access path back here. Right now it's just going down the edge of the field and it can get a little wet and muddy. Probably just do a circle right here so that trucks can come in right through here, go in front of the building, unload, and go back around where I'm parked. Alright, let's go see if we can get the dump site in order now. At the dump site here now, so we decided to come in about 300 feet farther up the hill where it's all solid bedrock. Hopefully the trucks will stand a little better chance on not getting stuck. Cut the fence, gonna back down here, and I think it'll be a little more suitable for the trucks. I'm gonna come here, I got the skid steer, and push some of these piles off and kind of get it set up where we can start hauling that rockier material in here and have enough of a lift to kind of cover it up, and then cover it up with the better dirt over the top. But as you can tell, it drops off a good little way, so I think I can waste a lot of rock all down here in that hole and then push this better dirt over top of it. Well, let me get the skid steer, come down here and push this off and get it ready for some dump trucks. So as you can tell, that's going pretty good. They tried knocking that down with their skid steer and packed it in there a little tight, but pretty much it's wet because all the runoff's been running down there to the dirt, saturating it because it couldn't run off. But I got all this pushed off. Now for worrying back the trucks down here and start dumping out. What I want to do is fill all this up with that rock and everything, do a big long ridge right here, and then go down on the lower side, dig a hole, and then push it over with the dozer. I only got like maybe 5 or 6 more loads of dirt to push off, so it wasn't worth bringing the dozer all up here for that. But I run over here with that to get that knocked down, and we'll definitely have the dozer back out here when we start pushing the rest of the dirt off. So just had 2 dump trucks dump, and one of them, the first one got stuck down here. So what I'm doing is undercutting the grass off the path here. That's the stuff they're hauling. As you can tell, it's got a lot of rock, sand in it. So I'm trying to separate the boulders out and get some of that smaller rock and grittier material and kind of build a road down here so they have something solid to drive on to get down the hill pretty much, or get back up the hill. Getting down the hill is no problem. It's pretty easy to separate the boulders out from that sand when it actually is dry and sandy. So I kind of push that pile down from up there and kind of rake the rocks out. That should kind of make a nice little path down here. I'll let them dump a couple more loads and I'll go ahead and flare it out so they have room to keep dumping while I'm not here. And I'll go over there and start raking up some more rocks and kind of getting that side in order. Say hello, Justin. You gotta say hello. Gotta keep him busy. Big rocks. That's some good stuff for building a road, though. No more mud.
Yeah, you got it all cleaned up now.
I got it right now.
Yeah.
Was the road any smoother coming in? Those 2 passes were worth my time.
Yeah, I hit it another one. Good?
Good. Go get another one. I'm gonna push this off, and I've about had all the skid steering I care to do today. Well, I think I got this set up for them. I got everything pushed off. They should have enough room to dump here for the rest of the day. And I'm gonna go over there to the animal hospital now and start sorting through it and kind of getting the stuff that I know that I need to go ahead and get in the ground over here first, piled up so we can load it out. And now I'm over here where the 220 is. I'm gonna come down here and rake some of this down a little bit. That's where I was digging those big boulders yesterday. And I'm gonna take the machine and go around and get that pile right there and get it all thrown over here where we can start loading it out, and probably go over here and dig a little bit and see if I can get some more of that big rock out while I'm waiting on trucks. So while I'm in between dump trucks, I'm gonna take this pile of sandier material with the rock in it and lay it over here so that it can be loaded out next. That big rock, I'll take it, throw it over there to the side, and use my big battering ram boulder to break it up a little more. Just trying to get the areas with the bigger rock in it. I want to go ahead and get it over there so I can get it put in place and covered up, and I'll have room to put in a lift to bury it. of people were asking if they could find better sites to build stuff on, and the answer is really no. All the good lots are already used up. They don't make any more land, so now you're pretty much with these locations. And yes, they knew that there was going to be rock here. They know there's going to be this much rock. Probably not. But this whole subdivision, even though it looks all nice and pristine, it all had to be blasted in here. So it's just a lot of stuff people never see because, you know, it's not on YouTube like somebody mentioned. But this is really a kind of an everyday occurrence on new construction around here. Luckily, I don't get involved with it very often because there's not a lot of ponds work in areas where it's all sandy and rock. They just won't hold water like this. You couldn't build a pond here to hold water if you wanted to. That pond up there is the stormwater pond. I can't even get it to hold water long enough to run out, which, I mean, it's designed to catch water and release it slowly, so it's doing what it's doing. It's supposed to do. But if you had to have like a decorative pond, yeah, good luck. And this rock, a few people asked if I could take it to the rock quarry and have them crush it. No, rock quarries don't buy rock. They're in business to sell rock. They mine their own rock. This is a sandstone. They mine granite. This does not have the same DOT specs for building, you know, use for roads and stuff. So this rock right here, it's a pretty hard rock, but it's still a sandstone. So you go to crush it up, and I'll show you for example. See this boulder right here, this rock right here? It looks all nice and strong, but watch this. Good example, right here. So, that's a nice solid rock, all right? See, that's the problem. It's not a durable rock. And when you go to crush it, it's going to turn to powder like that, and it's worthless. So, that's the reason there's no value in trying to crush this. All you're going to end up is with a real sandy material like what's down here. And there's no use for it. So that's the whole reason for not trying to salvage anything out of it. And as far as like landscapers wanting rock, there's billions and billions of tons of boulders in this area. Nobody wants to buy rock. Everybody wants to get rid of it. So in the ground they go, back where they come from. Scraping this up, and then I'm going to go over there where that big boulder was yesterday and see what I can do to get some of that dug up and separated out. So I got the boulders moved over. Now I'm going to strip a little bit of topsoil back here in this back corner, just kind of this radius, and pile it up. Get some of the boulders out of it. Like I said, I'm trying to separate everything out so that I have something decent to work with when it's time for me to start covering all this rock up. So it's worth it to take the time now to separate these boulders out and the topsoil. So I got something decent to cover it with, and looks like I got 2 trucks now. Well, another truck. I only have 3. There's John, Joey, Justin's hauling with his truck. Let me go ahead and get situated to load them. stuff I just piled up had a lot of mud in it. I don't want it sticking in the truck, so if I kind of layer the first scoop or two in the truck, it won't stick into the bed so bad. Still see a mud ring in there from when we did the big lake dredging. That's a lot of mud when it's level across there. So I just kind of take that, spread it across the bottom, that way it's kind of covered. Then I can get the rocks. Go a little bit slower loading. You don't need to be dropping 500-600 pound rocks on the side of the truck or down into the bed there. About 10 scoops of this will be where we need it to be as far as weight wise, and I might be able to put a little bit more in there. With the boulders it's kind of so hard because you can't get a real heaping full scoop. Pretty much level all the way with the bottom of the board there. As heavy as the trucks need to be for the roads and the bridges we got to go across. get a full scoop. Load Justin. Let's see what we can do to make big rocks into little rocks. Where's my big boulder? There's my big boulder. I think I'm going to call this one battering ram. Like I thought they would. That one did. More power. Broke the corner off. That's a heavy rock. It's probably a 6,000 pound rock. Well, they get dropped on a couple times. If they don't break, they go into a pile, and they get to bring that big orange machine back out here with the hammer on it to make them into little rocks. Will not break. Well, I mean, I could probably sit here and break them, but it was kind of in the contract for the blasting crew to break the rocks. So, yeah. I'm not going to sit here and tear up my stuff for something they should have done. These are small enough to haul. Good stuff. That's where these big boulders come from yesterday. I'm gonna see if I can't break them up a little more and get some dug out of there. Probably don't need these big rocks in the pile I'm trying to dig out of. That's just going to make that a nightmare. I need to break this one up a little more anyway. Get that up there. But yes, I'll probably need another set of bucket teeth after this project. Which is okay because that's priced in here. Get this little hump right here out, I'll pretty much have this down to pretty close to rough grade there. It's just so weird how the ground is. It's all clay right there, and then it's this sandstone and rock here. Uh-oh. They missed one. See it moving though. I got it. Might just put a pile right here of big boulders. Hillside yesterday that I stopped digging on. I was hoping I could come in from this way and get some of them, but it doesn't look like it. They're going to come back here and break that out. While Justin was backing up, I snagged a rock. I didn't have the camera on, but I'm going to call this one Bertha. Bertha is about 12 feet long and 3 feet thick and over 12,000 pounds, because that's the tipping load right there. We're going to try to get Bertha over here and stick out real quick and fall with it. There we go. Well, we're going to leave that right there. The problem is Bertha has friends. There's its cousin right here. They drilled it. I see the, you can see the hole right there on the side. So they blasted it. It broke up enough. Big boulders, big square boulders. These would actually be really nice boulders for a wall or something. Like that one. If somebody has a need for them, I'll load them for free. You can come haul them. They'll be sitting right there. If not, they're going to get turned into little rocks. Alright, and now I wait for a truck to get back. Justin tried to put his GoPro on the dump truck and he dropped it in the truck. I want to see a deduction on your time card for this.
Yeah. You might have to lift me back.
Well, get up to the front, I'll make you a pile. You ready now?
I'm ready.
Okay. believe I could sell that rock right there as a tabletop. I just pulled it up out of the ground. You couldn't get it no smoother than that. It's about 10 feet long. That's where it come out right there. Ooh, that's a big boulder right there. I'm gonna try to, you can see where it was probably blasted right there and over here again. So I'm gonna see if I can't get under it right here and get it broke loose on this end. Big boulder right here, and I got it to wiggle, and now I'm kind of determined to get it dug up now. I think if I scrape a couple more bucketfuls of dirt off the top of it, it'll give me enough weight off of it to be able to pull it out of the ground. It's one of those like 3 foot thick cap rocks, but it might be like 20 foot square. Oh, got a corner of it. I got one piece of it. Dig a little more out around. Oh, I got it. I'm not even attempting to break them now. I just, if it's more than like 4 feet, I just throw it over there and let them deal with it. Well, I've made about all I can cut for right here. I need to get caught up on the right hand side now. So I'm going to start cutting that. This is like the pure sand with the rocks in it. I don't want to toot my horn. That is a big damn rock. That, friends, is a boulder. Frankly, I don't know how this thing even picked that up. That is impressive. That's probably a 15,000 pound rock. Look at it. It's huge. Yeah, I'm not sure how this thing even picked that up. Yeah, that's as far as I can reach out with it. This one might have to go over here. If I can't pick it up, I can roll it. Maybe I can't even roll it. That's a biggie. But this one won't come up. Why did that one come up but not this one? This rock to come out of the ground without breaking my bucket heat up. It's the only one sticking up. Come on, Rocky Rock. It's moving, it just don't want to come up. There we go. I got you now. Come on. Got to keep wiggling it. There we go. Oh, probably because it's 6 feet in the ground. That would be why. Like an iceberg, you don't know what's below it. They're going to have to come back and break the rest of this up before I can dig back much more. I can't really do a whole lot more if I can't dig it. Oh well, I'll just start cutting that out now, I guess. Well, that's it for today. The rain's starting to move in. Yep, look at the raindrops. I swear we can't go over about 3 days without it raining. It's bad when like it's mud between the rocks. But we made pretty good progress this afternoon with me over here loading. I got everything cut back from they were about right here at these boulders. So I got everything cut back to that topsoil pile that I piled up. And I've got this giant big pile of boulders here. Yeah. I pulled that many out of probably 40 loads of dirt. So who knows how many I'm going to pull out of the 600 more loads of dirt that's got to come out of here. But yeah, all that's solid rock. They missed blasting that. There's a giant boulder there. Let's just play leapfrog here. Got a huge rock right here. I keep breaking it off, but that one won't budge. And then this big massive one right here, I don't know if they've gotten it broke up or not, but I'll find out when I cut back more. But that's where Bertha come from. She was that section right there. That's a big damn rock. But you can see the layers of it. I assume that this was blasted, but sometimes it will kind of actually form in the ground like this in the layers. But I'm pretty sure there was a shot right there that blew that apart. Normally it's more like this right here, but this is diggable. Like I say, the rock, it's rock, but it's not worth the crap. It's so soft in some areas, but then you get these big massive boulders. Anyways, that's it for today. It's almost dark. I'm going to go over to the dump site tomorrow with the 160 and start digging a pit to put all these things in.